Hello there. I was your on the field reporter, but I'm now in the studio. My name is Jack Pott, coming to you live from right near Jerusalem. This week, our very special guest is King David. Welcome, David.
Hello, Jack.
Oh, it's so good to have you here, David. To start with, can you tell us a bit about your background?
Yeah, well, it's a bit plain here, isn't it, Jack? I don't really have much to show you with my camera set up here.
No, I don't mean literally your background. I mean the background to your life story.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, I grew up in a little place called Bethlehem. You might have heard of it. My dad is Jesse, and I'm the youngest. My brothers pretty much forgot about me most of the time, and I used to spend all my time in the fields with the sheep.
Oh, so you're a shepherd?
I was, yep, and a good one too, if I might say so. It's dangerous out in the wild, lions, wolves, and even drop bears. But I fought them all off.
Wow, I understand though, even though you sound like a pretty amazing dude, you have a sensitive side though. You're a singer-songwriter, right?
Yeah, and haven't you heard my songs? Those long, cold nights in the wild got pretty boring, and I had my harp with me, so I started writing some songs. I've written over 100. You can check them out in this other book, the Psalms.
Okay, I'll make sure I do that later. But for now, I can see you're a king. You've got your crown on there. I have to ask, how did you go from being a shepherd and a wannabe pop star to the king of Israel?
Well, it's a pretty long story, so I'll try to sum it up for you. To start with, I didn't actually choose to be king. God did, and I didn't plan it. I didn't ask for it, but God made it happen. So I was just minding my business out with the sheep, but then one day Samuel turned up at my house.
Samuel? Who's Samuel? A talent scout?
No, Samuel was the big prophet and judge of the people. He had all my brothers lined up, and my dad Jesse was there. But then Samuel came over to me and poured a bunch of oil on my head. I was like, "What are you doing?" Then I understood I was being anointed as the new king of Israel. And then God's spirit came into my heart and changed me forever.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like from oil on my head to God's spirit helping me to have faith in God. He helped me to trust God. He helped me to stick with God even when things look bad. There was this one scary time with a bloke called Goliath.
Oh, wait, I know this story. He was a giant, right?
Yeah, and no one would fight him. But I knew that God was bigger than Goliath. So I fought him with my little sling and stones. And because God's spirit was with me, I beat Goliath. Whack! Straight in the forehead. Good times. Times.
Okay, that's pretty amazing. That's great. But wait a minute, you said God chose you to be his king. I mean, wasn't it a bit awkward? Wasn't there already another king in Israel, King Saul?
Well, yeah, that's right. It was super awkward. Saul had been rejected because he didn't listen to God, and so I had to go on the run. I nearly got caught by Saul and his army a bunch of times. It was really hard and lonely. I had some bad nights. I've written a heap of songs about it, actually, but I kept faith in God. I waited for God, and God rescued me every time.